Okay, we seem to be up and running.
Yes, are you live?
So we're not live. We're doing the intro is running currently.
Okay.
So just oh, I forgot to change the date on the intro. That's fine. We'll just have like it get to the thing where it says, we're.
Okay.
Well, give me a set. Let me know when you're ready.
Oh, I'm ready.
Okay, so what I will do is I will give you 3, 2, 1.
Now, okay. Welcome to our day 3 of behind the scenes in the studio recording time. This is our first time to live streaming, but we want to let you have a look how it is and what it requires. And I have our wonderful creative videographer here, that's Trent Ernst, who is photographer, publisher, and passionate about creativity here in Tumble Ridge in Northern BC. And my name is Mila Lansdowne. I am creativity passionate ambassador. I believe that creativity is the greatest gift everyone has. You have creativity. And creativity goes beyond creating beautiful piece of art. In my case, it's silk painting, but everything that comes from an idea to expression, and it could be your breakfast this morning, is a creative process. So I'm teaching creativity for income generation. I'm passionate about helping people to do what they love what they do, and create income. Even if it's just side hustle with something that you love to do, you will have great time and you will feel rewarded if you learn how to monetize that part of your life. And I'm especially passionate about women. I'm helping them to create additional source of income with creative pursuits. By the way, I wrote a book called All About Silk Painting Business or Silk Scarves Business. And you can see it on the screen, which explains my journey when my husband passed away and I was left without income in a shock. And then I started to utilize my talents and skills and build a business. And that was in more than 10 years ago. And now I'm learning and I'm teaching. I'm learning how to help you, but I'm teaching what I know. And I know there is opportunity for you to learn how to utilize your time at home with creative pursuits. We are just finishing 12 weeks of training for women who never painted on silk or painted. And these wonderful women are now finishing and doing their first sales. So it works. I know it works. It's just about if you want to learn it. And I am here to help. A little note on the side, because we are recording, I may use this little envelope to give a signal to my talented videographer Trent that we need to then cut that passage. So don't wonder about what I'm doing here with this red envelope. So with this, my introduction to you is done. You may hear maybe my accent. I'm from Germany. I immigrated into Canada I love the Canadian North, and my passion is totally about helping people in the North to show their creativity. More about it later on because there will be new program we will be introducing by the end of the presentation. So today it's number 3 of the presentation. We covered at the beginning what is required about skills. Then we were talking yesterday about 3 levels of making money with silk painting. And you see on the screen the picture with these 3 ways. You are selling either your originals or you are selling reproductions and originals, or you are selling your skills. And I see it as 3 levels. That was explained in the previous training, how you can move through these stages. But you need to start somewhere, and you can do it without any previous experience. I have here 2 examples from the training that we were doing. These are silk scarves, and children can do that. Seniors can do them. You can do that. No previous experience is required to make money with silk painting. So let's move forward. We covered also the system, how I see your career, how you build your career, and the structure of success. And I would like to do a big shout out to my coach and mentor. I don't know if Trent knows this person. The fact that I have the Kindle book is basically because I attended Brendon Bouchard's training. Little story about it. I was about to fly to Germany, see my children, and we were snowed in. And so I had to return, and I came home, and there was, it was around Christmas, and there was an announcement saying, monetize your expertise. And in 4 weeks, I had my Kindle book published, 2014, and ever since is ripping money. So that's just on a side note. And I really suggest you look into this. It's called The Millionaire Messenger, Make a Difference and a Fortune, Sharing Your Advice by Brendon Bouchard, founder of Experts Academy. So big shout out to Brendon. I love what he is doing, great ethics. And this comes from my learning with Brendon. 3 levels of your career, of your success. We covered so far the top. The top is your product, what you are doing in the world, promotion and so on. The bottom, that's you. That's how you need to build up your self-confidence, your mindset, and so on. So we covered these 2 levels previously. Today, I want to talk about this center part, the strategies and the systems. The systems, it will be like purchasing system, client management system. These things, I think you will move into very naturally. If you want to sell, you need to have some kind of money management system. You need to have merchant account or something like that. That will go easy. The strategies are something we need to think about. And the strategy depends very much on how you want to position yourself. Who is your client? Number 1, you have your product, right? But who is your client? And the systems and strategies are the glue. It's getting you with your product connected with your client. So that's why it's in the center. That's the connecting part between both. And then, of course, how you want to let people know about what you are doing. You need online presence. And online presence, the way I teach it in the next program is coming up, is 3 levels: website, email marketing, and social media. So these 3 things will help you to have this connection. But the question is, how are you presenting yourself there? You need to, well, I'm not saying you need to, but what works well and very easy is when you are transparent, when you are out there with your true values as a person, as a human being, that your values show in your mission and you have a purpose behind it. And I would like to draw something on my flip chart, which I believe in, really. I believe that's the path not only to success, but to fun, fulfillment, and deep satisfaction where you feel about yourself that you do the right work. So this is how I see it. This is you. This is your work. And this is, let's call this the world. Okay? You and your values must flow into your work and be set to benefit the world, the client. And when you are established this way, when you know what are your values, then your work reflects that and connects with the right people. I call it world, but that's the client you want to work with. If, let's say, and I take example from my consulting practice. If there are 2 coffee shops, let's say, in a business, in a community, one of them has the value of environmental conscious, then they won't have paper cups. They won't have styrofoam cups. They will clearly, if they use it in their marketing, they will attract people who are also environmentally conscious. This is niching, focusing, knowing who you are, how you want to be perceived. And the best way, from my experience, is that the persona you create for your presence in the world is in alignment with your own values. And once you have then team members, it is important to establish these values throughout the company, right? So I would like to point it out. It is not just take a shot of your work and put it on social media. There must be strategy behind it. And there is something called branding. Well, it's very easy to find branding colors and branding fonts and so on. But what it also means is the message that you want to give the world. As an example, with this coffee shop, with the environmental conscious approach, their message is different. But also, I want to make you think about how you want to present yourself. It doesn't need to be you out there on videos and whatever. You can find somebody. But it is important the message that is conveyed, the voice that is used. Do you want to, I don't know if you know Gary Vee, do you want to be a Gary Vee type of communicator? Or do you want to be a Richard Branson type of communicator? You know, should it be humorous? Should it be professional? Should it be, free flow? whatever it is, it must be you, because then you create integrity and you attract the people who respond to that, who love that way of communication. So it is about focus, strategy, being really clear about yourself first, with a service mindset, which we were talking about yesterday, and express it through your work in the world using the digital tools. And of course, then your printed products and printed advertising materials. So I would like to make you think about it. These are few words, but to do it, you need to sit down and start to think about it and write it down. And that's what we are doing in our next 12-week training, and more to it later. So now that you know about the strategies, I would like to talk a little bit more about what is called a unique selling proposition. It really goes from, and I forgot to put the envelope up. So what is unique selling proposition? This is something that puts you in the light of a specialty, a specialist. You will, in your messaging, which I just explained, you will convey this unique selling proposition. And we have it. Where do we have it? Oh, here. There are many ways how to do that. But what the unique selling proposition must say, and you need to clarify for yourself, it's the client. You are serving client, but how are you serving client? Why should they actually buy anything from you? Ask yourself. So the unique selling proposition basically will tell you who you are, what you are doing, for whom. Is this? Yeah. So I'm doing this, right, for them. Like, let's say I'm helping creative people get online so they can create revenue from what they love to do. Okay, 3 steps. What do I do? For whom I do it, and what benefit they get. I do this so they can do that. Okay? I do this for those so they can do the benefit. It always must be there. Just creating something doesn't say anything. You need to always have your client in front of your mind. And little note on the client profile. There is something called a client profile or client avatar. Think about who is your ideal client. And the ideal client is the one who loves you, who buys from you, and who refers you. Okay? Just on a side note. All right. So now that you bring yourself out there with more clarity for your messaging, I want to talk a little bit about pricing and your product structure. And you can look up the previous trainings when we were talking about you can sell originals, you can sell products, reprinted, or you can sell skills. In each one of those segments, you can create, which I took from Brandon again, integrated product suite. I learned that from Brandon. I'm using it in my work, and I would like that you know it and you think that way. Let's say I have large original painting, which is beautiful and it's nicely priced. The client comes, they love it, but may not have the wall space, may not have the money, but they love it. For me, it's important that I can say, okay, if the client says, okay, I don't have wall space, I don't have money, right? You have a print, matted print. And if that doesn't fit the client, then you have a greeting card. That will be like an example of products that I can put in this so-called, integrated product suite. And I can have different products in this low, middle, and high level, so I can cover more of the client's needs. And I can do that with my skills as well. I can have online workshop, which people can do on demand. I can do a group in person, and I can do one-on-one. Again, it can be $20, $200, $2,000, right? So think about this. With your one piece of work or one way of work, covering more of the needs of the clients, but still with your values integration and doing what you love for the people who love you. So this is really important. And I would like to talk a little bit about pricing. And let's talk about pricing in the silk scarf area. What you want to keep in mind, we were talking about that the best, most profitable way is if you go in wholesale. Going on wholesale means that the purchaser is reselling your, let's say, scarves or whatever the product is. And retailer who will buy from you in wholesale expect that they can double the price they paid you. And I want that you think that way. Even when you are starting now and maybe going to some craft shows and consumer shows, be ready that a retailer comes to you and say, I love what you do. Can I have 50 of those? Be ready, say, of course, yes, because you know you are still making money. So if you take the cost of your material, you need to have a price for a wholesale that is satisfactory for you, that can be doubled in a retail and still sellable, right? Because if I put my price for the retail client too high, they will tell me, I cannot buy it because I cannot make any money of it. So we are here in the chain of prosperity. We are helping the retailer to help their clients. So be ready for that retailer coming to you, can I have a whole bunch of this specific product? And know that you price that, you still make money, whatever the price is, okay? So this is about pricing. If you have any questions to any of those topics, please feel free to reach out and post a comment in there. We will certainly look through and respond. Here is something that is coming up. And this will be the next 12-week training. We completed the zero to hero training, helping women how to learn to paint silk scarves and sell them for profit. That was the first stage. This is the original, creating original. Now, next training is coming up. 12 weeks of learning how to create semi-passive income by online presence and creating products using digital tools. This is a 12-week program where 6 weeks focus on getting you online with everything that was covered. That means your website, your email list, your social media, your presence, your messaging, your branding. 6 weeks. 6 weeks, then creating digital products for sale and printed products using digital media. So this program is proposed for the northern region. The creatives, the artists, the photographers, the visual artists, the silk painters in the northern BC region, specifically in the Peace region and Mackenzie region. If you are interested in getting on this program, and we have these images from my 2 blog posts, when you are getting on this program, you are not only learning the skill, you get coaching. There is one-on-one coaching. There is group coaching. There is marketing support. For example, I am writing for a larger website as a guest blogger. And as part of my passion, my mission, and my work, I am featuring the amazing creative people that we have here in the North. And we have such amazing results from it. So when you go into the 12-week training, you not only learn the skill that you can then take and keep continuing and build up, you get one-on-one with me, you get the network of the group where we are learning this here, partners helping each other on social media to get the work out, but you will also get specific marketing for your work. Once you establish this, yourself, you have a website, you have social media account, you have email list, you will be promoted through me, through my channels and the partners channels. So I think it's an amazing opportunity. If you are interested to get on this program, I will apply for a support. I will apply to a sponsor. And if you are there, if you are interested, then I'm sure we get the sponsorship. The key here is find interest. Do you want to be promoted? Do you want to do what you love to do? Do you want to learn how to do that right? And do you want to be supported and marketed? If it is yes, then get on the list. There is interest list for the Silk Pro Club. Don't worry about the name. Put your name in. You will then hear all updates. So this is it.
Links in the chat.
Oh, the links is in the chat. Thank you so much. Okay, so I think this concludes today's presentation. Thank you, Trent. Good. All right. That was quick, right?